Hi guys, for part 3 of the project I'm going to show you how to take those pieces that you created last time and put them together. You should have 2 bases. One's going to be used for the lid, and you're going to have 3 side pieces. 1, 2, and 3. You should have some water. For this part you're going to need a tool kind of like this one. You don't have to use this one, but it does make it a lot easier when you're scratching and then attaching the clay. It just kind of, you don't have to do as many lines. You can do it in one stroke, and you can kind of open the clay. So I'm going to take here the base, and I'm going to build off this this piece here, and I'm going to be putting the clay on top of it. I'm not going to put it on the side, I'm actually going to put it on the top of the clay, so it's going to sit on this little ledge here. To get started, you're going to use this tool, and you're going to, I like to get a little bit wet on there, and it doesn't take a lot of water. I wouldn't put too much water on there. You're just going to try to get a little bit of water on there, and you're going to open the clay by running it along the edges here. You're going to start with the 2 longer sides first. Okay, that's important that you do that because you're going to need that last piece to measure and put in between. So I'm going to put this side piece right on here, and I'm going to set it right on top. Oh, I do need to scratch on this side as well, and that's what works like the teeth to put it together. Just opens the clay up so it can join. So there we go. And then that goes right on top of it, like that. Okay. I'm pressing it a little bit. I don't want to change the size of this piece though, because if you start pushing too hard, it changes it, and that's definitely not something that we want. I'm going to move this up so hopefully you can see it better. Okay. So I'm pushing it in a little bit, making sure the sides are even here and over here. The next thing I want to do is, I could take this tool or I could take another tool, and I'm going to actually take the ends and I'm going to push it down into it. So I'm going to hold it up so you can see it here. I'm going to push a little bit in the end, and I'm actually trying, this is going to help bring it together so it doesn't fall apart. It's like another way to add a seam in there. Okay, I'm going to do that there. A little bit here maybe, and then also on the outside. Okay, you can kind of actually even scratch this together. In the end we'll clean it up, but that's just going to help hold it together so it doesn't fall apart. You could even take just a little bit of water and smooth it out. Don't overwater it though, because if it overwaters, or if you overwater it, it'll actually fall apart if you get too much on there. Okay, so we've got that part done. Next one, I'm going to take another one of the side pieces. I'm going to scratch on here. Put a little water there, and press this one down. And again, scratch the sides a little bit, help join it together. And there. Alright, and that's looking pretty good. I might do a few things at the end. But try to carefully pick this up, put it off to the side, right, or put a little bit off to the side right here. For the next part, you're going to have to do some measuring, and you might need all of it, you might not need it all. So you have to just kind of see where you're at. I'm going to put it right here. Make sure you can see that, yep. And I'm going to, okay, it looks like about right there I need a little line, so I'm going to take a tool and put a little line, and I know I got to cut it about right there. When you cut it, I would use straight edge to do that, getting it wet just like we did before, and Cut that. Save that piece because you're going to need it for the other side. And I'm going to fit this one right in here. Okay, that's going to fit right. It should lock right into place. Got to scratch and attach the sides on this one, bottom. You don't need to do the top though. I'm going to set that right inside there. Squeeze it together a little bit. And I'm going to work on those seams a little bit. Taking that tool, pushing it down into the clay there. Okay, there. Oop, careful there. And then also a little bit on the outside here. Scratch those together a little bit. And then also you want to do this joint right in here. Kind of press those together a little bit. Be careful when you do that, you're not changing the shape of it, you just want to help reinforce the sides so they don't fall apart. So there's nothing worse than building something like this and then having it fired and then having it fall apart in the end. Okay. I'm constantly checking the sides, making sure everything is square. Okay. And this last piece here, I'm going to measure, and it looks like I don't need all of it. I'm going to put a little line right there. I'm going to make a cut. And then this one's going to go inside here. Measure to make sure it fits good. Okay. Looks pretty good so far. Scratch it on the sides. Don't want to scratch the top, so then the lid might stick to it later on. Oops, I forgot to do a little bit on the other one, but I'm going to do a little bit on the inside here as well. Stick that in there. Squeeze a little bit. Using both hands. Like that. Okay. Fixing the outside. And the inside. And that's how you put the walls together. Now this part can go up here, and the next part is to turn it into your themed treasure box. Okay, think about those things that you can add into the outside.